and a yes South African High Commissioner Ghana has say awaton sadia frena omo ebisa and some what is really going on na monhwe na monsiesie nsem South Africa back in South Africa and yes or there are too many say South Africa officials and I say penifo mo South Africa no also mo make sure say omo be protect Ghana for more South Africa because you was South Africa companies like Siena do na na Ghana has say yenye ya adwin say ye be retaliate and you be stress omo be he na omo protect Ghanaians omo South Africa and you know and a foreign affairs minister wa condemn xenophobic attacks and so South Africa and yes on your screens, Foreign Affairs Minister, or the High Commissioner of South Africa to Ghana, or Ghana send a part of PM Foreign Affairs Ministry meeting and as we speak now, the one in Kesiama SA for South Africa and penning for said they should make sure say ebe protect Ghanaians or South Africa. Na Ghana had there is no way you bet me say retaliate with what South Africans are doing in South Africa, attacking Ghanaians South Africa. Any update if Foreign Affairs Ministry break Emma Foreign Affairs Minister Onwagasani page posti but then before that no yebe koni akwakutie semwa Foreign Affairs Minister di tuja and sanye ba na ya go into the poster or then Foreign Affairs Minister only post or any government of Ghana also post on the ba yenko here and yenko tie Foreign Affairs Minister ni emra sisi.
We continue to believe in Pan-Africanism. And we continue to believe that it is only when Africa unites that Africa's full potential will be realized, as our founder, the Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said. So it is really and to keep them safe because they owe them that duty of care. Just as we will continue to make sure that all South Africans living in Ghana are safe, are protected, and we will not encourage any reprisal attack. We will condemn it, and we will not even contemplate it. And we know that Ghanaians are very welcoming, very hospitable, very peace-loving people, and they will not do that. So I do hope that this will be the last round of xenophobic attack that we will be seeing in South Africa.
And that was the Foreign Affairs Minister. Then somebody too just said, I do hope, said this will be the last round of xenophobic attacks at Kosovo, South Africa. Because Africa has won very big on the stages of the United Nations. And then Africa coming together to seek for reparations. Now, I said, try in our own countries within the African continent. No, yes, answer attack here. And a Foreign Affairs Minister did too just say, this should be the last round of air attacks. So they also have the responsibility. Say South Africa, for South Africa, no, as we speak now, and yes, South Africa, but attack other foreigners, African foreigners, South Africa, and Foreign Affairs Minister Eddie Tuja, Oshia, the South African High Commissioner to Ghana. On your screens, right after the meeting, the Foreign Affairs Minister took to his X account and Odin Chimuka Krabaye as to the outcome of a meeting now. See, earlier today, I summoned the acting South African High Commissioner to Ghana, Mr. Thando Dalamba. At the meeting, I conveyed the government of Ghana's strong condemnation of the continuous xenophobic attacks on Ghanaians and other Africans living in South Africa. We are urging South African authorities to take decisive action in protecting the human rights and dignity of our nationals and all Africans. Ghana equally expects that the promised investigations to be expedited and all perpetrators punished to serve as adequate deterrence. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs will communicate other steps we have taken in due course. As the government of Ghana, Asia, and I said Foreign Affairs Minister Shia, the High Commissioner of South Africa to Ghana, omanity as say what is going on in South Africa no enya dia Ghana yeni sokra enya yefe, and they strongly condemn the actions xenophobic attacks ekoso was South Africa. And also edit to dwa say omo he say omo ebe make steps omo be take the adequate steps or answer the appropriate steps say omo edebe bo Ghana for dodo na ho by through the South African High Commissioner eno and a Foreign Affairs Minister edit to dwa o kiremu a se se de omo ani omo hia omo he na omo atoto ne ma ye se de be ya Ghanaians in South Africa. As we speak now, most of them are being attacked. Most of them are being asked questions. Obi o yesi kofa passport brand ni nhwem then abepie o South Africa den edu bepie ha say, are you a visitor? And that's oba so be adwuma, oba so be go school. What brought you into South Africa? Ningi na your questions are share Ghanaians are na ye bisa omo, some of them unlucky na omo de omo sake ka omo no mo bubi mo any ade. And that is the update if you oba Ghana government omo send a strong warning to South Africa officials, and as a government officials they are supposed to protect Ghanaians in South Africa in the wake of xenophobic attacks. Now, government of Ghana also had the release kesia about on your screens where a press release. And also it is through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and on the Krata way Eddie Abba 23rd April 2026. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirms that the acting High Commissioner of South Africa, South African High Commission in Ghana, Mr. Thando Delamba, was summoned by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa MP, over recent xenophobic incidents in the Republic of South Africa. The objective of the summons was to formally express strong concern regarding reported acts of intimidation and harassment against foreign nationals, including Ghanaians as captured in widely circulated viral videos. The South African High Commissioner no na omo episode omo kire say yes, say them and they are not happy with what is going on in South Africa. Other foreign nationals are omo ehu akoke dwam, and even Ghanaians Ghana for do no South Africa omo aso akwakoye through this xenophobic attack ekoso. Enti Ghana as a government, as a nation, we condemn it. The Honorable Minister referred an incident in the KwaZulu-Natal province where a Ghanaian national, a legal resident, was confronted and asked to provide proof of his legal status, and further instructed to leave South Africa and fix his country. The minister noted that such conduct undermines the dignity and rights of law-abiding individuals. And see, especially what happened at the KwaZulu-Natal province. Some influencers in South Africa, what is your status? Saying na wote ha sa obesra obi anasa oba for visit and do be pm ewo South Africa ha amusan so kire mu kire ne say go back and fix your country. Enti eno e kan sem no ho, they ask them to prove bisa Ghana ni say prove the legal status. Are you in South Africa legally and I say illegally? Ni nyina omo bisa na omo sa share ne say ompie and I say he should leave South Africa in that very minute. The minister indicated that follow-up reports suggest escalating tensions with foreign nationals, including Ghanaians, being advised to remain indoors for their safety, while noting that no fatalities or injuries have been recorded in the current instance. He recalled that similar incidents in the past had resulted into loss of lives and property, and stressed the need to avert any recurrence. Enti Ochema, Foreign Affairs Minister said to women say xenophobic attacks as we speak now obian share them prayer, but then ebi esie twamu pen a ebi mu pray prayer ebi mu efa mu wuye ye kai somewhere right after the 2010 World Cup. Some few years after attacks no World Cup no, most of them remained in South Africa. And nyina kan ho bi mo almost start say attack omo say omo enfree ho. That is when people were bent, cars were bent, shops were being raided, especially shops are in South Africa for there, and as a shops are here foreign nationals there no. These shops were being raided on the streets. I mean, what will you do? On your screens are some of the actions across South Africa. Omunam streets nimu ena yehwe shop na onye South Africa ni ani aboru ho se bu ne bebu a omde omusa keka wo hwe nkontima ne ebi mu kutanse kan ne ade a omde omusa be keka wo no ma kire se go back to your country. A lot of foreign nationals waka ama Ghana for do na enso so ehu akwakoka e South Africa akwakoye arehosem e South Africa in the wake of we trying to fight the Europeans. Any other Megan say associations and I say bodies, Western bodies are omo share Emma enkwasum koso Emma say bebresi ya Ghana leading Africa yet me akọ we ni big no. All these things are still going on in this modern age. A lot of countries are frowning upon the xenophobic attacks South Africa. The honorable Ablakwa underscored the long-standing historical and fraternal relations between Ghana and South Africa, recalling Ghana's support for the anti-apartheid struggle and the contributions of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, as well as the sacrifices in the pursuit of South Africa's liberation. And some way it has been circulating, yes. When South Africa was fighting, the entire African continent came together, including Ghana. As at the time, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we all know, said he was championing the liberation of the entire African continent. And it's so boom. The entire Africa came together to support South Africa. Obia baye be make sure say omo be boa South Africa no metimi agi omo free the days of the apartheid. Nene mo ho atomo menka ne sa mo ho atomo kakra na say ebi ma be piem mo kromu a. Is this the way to go? That is what the foreign affairs minister or they can write up no. And I said the government of Ghana they can write up no release here making sure say the government of South Africa can be, because you don't understand what are the officials and I say government officials in South Africa doing about this raid. Is it that they can't say anything? Videos are circulating. You've not seen any police officer and said they want to control the actions of the people. No. South Africa a huge number of South Africans. How are you going to be able to face these people? That is why government of Ghana is not happy, and because of that, this are release way can release na updates so cause there is a lot coming in from this particular xenophobic attack across South Africa. The government of Ghana accordingly registered a formal protest and called for immediate and effective measures to ensure the protection and safety of Ghanaian nationals in South Africa. Swift intervention by the relevant authorities to prevent further escalation and firm assurances that such incidents will not recur. South Africa for no omo protest kese akọ mo se omo hwe na omo mo Ghana for mo South Africa omo ho ban mo make sure say obi ahụ nkoka, because as we speak now say yetise Ghana ni bi was South Africa omabu no ama branch na ko free ma, it is going to be a very different turn of events in both two countries, because foreign affairs minister Kasano or the Tuja say there is no way we are going to retaliate. Yes, but then said the NMC kono share South African officials say mo body na mo Ghana for ho ban na mo make sure say mo be end what is going on. Say mutimi end here, you should make sure it doesn't happen again. And that is the updates from the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Omuchemu a omo niema yakoso South Africa no enya dia omo ani eje ho nti ama Mr. Thando Dalamba okopiem of Foreign Affairs Ministry omo etoto na no sanso beside them. What is the way forward? How are we going to protect the Ghanaian citizenry omakopiem South Africa? Kwan ben so ne yebetimi abo omo ho ban dem po say the escalations no kosro yebetimi ayi omo nyina de omo free South Africa be piem back to Ghana. That is enkomo a ekoso between the two countries, a diplomatic talk and ekoso between the two countries, that is South Africa and then Ghana. Updates as we speak now, ebima free, but then omunya Ghana for the same thing can also happen to Ghanaians or South Africa. The acting High Commissioner acknowledged the concerns raised and indicated that so yeah, they also and indicated that the government of South Africa is seized with the matter and is taking steps to restore calm as law enforcement authorities are monitoring the situation closely to prevent violence and hold individuals involved in the incidents accountable for their actions. The Minister of Foreign Affairs wishes to assure the general public of its commitment to safeguarding the welfare of Ghanaian nationals and will continue to engage the appropriate authorities to ensure their safety and protection. This is to all media houses at Pinax TV and so yensa akabia yede emamo nti chemu afei na omo ba behwe how best they can engage the authorities and agencies, the security forces in South Africa, said the baby betimi atiesi mountain so to stop this particular protest because so omo stop here, we don't know where it will escalate to. As we speak now, some of them are lucky. How did you get into South Africa? Some of those lucky. No, those that are not lucky are being attacked. Shop, they will raid it. Allegedly says Zambia ni or Babi were free or South Africa. It can happen to any other foreign national in South Africa. And Ghana say the answer no tumubia ya chere say ye ni nye ho na omo hwe say Ghana ni bia nko free on the way ayesia so obi mu no onko wi ade o onko bo obi asum onye obi ahwe. But then on your screen you could see that ya yire ne se kronfo omo kire mu a omo epam omo nyina de omo free kroni mu enti ni nyina ne nsemo a ekoso South Africa. As we speak now no amount for shops, so on your screens you could see say bishop we credit ni tie omo tum e bia later omo be di amano enti eno any nsemo a ekoso South Africa. A lot of them eno maba bonten, especially the South Africans angasa omo aba bonten e de ensem ni bia atodwa. You know, some of them are not really happy with what is going on, but a chunk of them almost so chire mu a adwuma ni krom ho enema ekoso bebre adwuma ni krom ho ni nyina echi no enema bi sei so ekoso South Africa. And that is the updates I want Emamo coming in from South Africa. But then we also have series of updates still coming in from South Africa. And so you better so near the Emamo. So on your screens, some of officials. Some officials are more ababontia. Some of them they are trying to engage some of the foreign nationals. Almost say ebimu soon, ebimu so ya yire almost say ya yire branche and no hosem almost or undocumented foreigner. He's taking our jobs. He's raping our children. And soon Ukrainian said that enim was South Africa ho. And nina any and someone or South Africa. Akwa arehosem. It is semni bi ho Yabeka they are told so as a yes, you are not documented, you are not legally living in South Africa. Ebi also say moji adwuma ya was South Africa for near ye no. And no na mama babeje ye nka ye kan sa de nka Ghana ha. We also have Nigerians in Ghana. Omaji Ghana for adwuma dodo na na o Ghana ha say nka no so yebetimi aka ho nsem bebre. But then yabehwe ne di akire, is it going to cease? And I say ombeko so aye de omo yere. But then in other updates coming in from South Africa, and a province in South Africa, in Mthatha, I know your province bia, and was South Africa. Almost say the Friday, or mobile protest kesiye, and see what we have on our screens. Advice Aquama Ghanaians in South Africa. And see also Ghanaians urged to stay indoors ahead of anti-foreigner protest in South Africa. Anti-foreigner protest in South Africa no and the day Mthatha for almost better krom because ekokoso wo mia o de yemfa nkran hanko ankra ebia kaso for yo mo de nima for yo mo de sese ebia ne nke se assignment for so e ba be yo mo de. So the same thing na AC South Africa anti ekro bi almost so dinde Mthatha almost so ayo madwen say ne almost so ebeti esi mountain so na omo so ahwe omo de ase because we for ya omo so eba be omo de nti asese Ghana fo nyina amo mthatha in South Africa no mun hye dem ema mun pie because upie na nkofo insa so mu a waso ebetimi ayehye ewo South Africa na abrantie ba ko a some of the influencers eshia na no mo bisa nsem ekirem say what are you then na wo ye wa ha what are you doing, go and fix your country ono dem say na niti yeye kakra omo afo mo san keka no meti ya say Ghana High Commissioner in South Africa Benjamin Kwashi oni papa yi ehyiam oni no edidi nkomo kakra omo atwetwe nkomo omo he kwan a ombefa so a abrantie ne trauma okomu ne niema because nipadom we ba so na otie ye na omo bisa questions keke no mu jawa na je say we di afe enti e be koni akwakotie the engagement between the Ghanaian or South Africa and the Ghanaian High Commissioner in South Africa yen koni emra sisi
imabili abako se ubia empase dia maone bibie koyi boko ebusia no say ubia onye very well. So Ima came over today. We've had extensive discussions. I have also expressed the goodwill from His Excellency the President and also the Honorable Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa to him that we are here to serve him. We are here to ensure that we protect the interests of the Ghanaian people. Our concern is to make sure that he's okay, and he's right here with us, believing that whatever we are doing diplomatically to solve the problem, we will work together with both governments to ensure that it's done. Ima uwa sem kaka obeso kache dana fuana.
Sasem kaka mekanse nehuye. Yidi ne koso ne ene ajana no moya mesana beti. Yanko pando boni ni anto no hoyena. Yesu nene High Commission wa hano peya. Ye yanko tangu di nti bi aboko.
Te pese kache busi ya poso of Morgana. And there's all my me opinion by TJ.
Tini amese wa batampa.
Waba.
Big twakumati ya
Amen. 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 And to encourage the Ghanaian population that the situation is dire, we understand. Let's continue to be law-abiding. Let's continue to respect the rules and regulations and the rules of engagement as migrant citizens in this country. I think that whatever it is that we do, we've always been noted as Ghanaians to be law-abiding. We've always been noted as being people who don't foment trouble. So let's not go that route yet. Let's continue to engage with them. And I'm sure that it's just a matter of time. Everything will be all right. And whatever the Minister, Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, together with the good Minister of Department of International Relations, the Honorable Lamola, are doing, we'll be able to resolve the issue and then we move on. So thank you to all Ghanaians, wherever you find yourself. As your servant leader, I ask you to be law-abiding. I ask you to be patient. We've asked some of you, for example, in Mtata, not to open your shops today. We'll be sending that advisory to most of the other provinces where we pick up any information. Our belief is that let's work together to ensure that we don't have casualties. Let's work together to ensure that whatever it is that we do, will continue to foster that bilateral relationship that we have between South Africa and them. Thank you.
And that was Emmanuel Asamoah Ono and ordinance to Jana or Ghana High Commissioner to South Africa. On also so Benjamin Kwansa on no Asia yana or more etching como our Chilimo as I say dear or no dear he's safe kakra or ton crowd coffee teacher and the bush and forces here and here na bibia enyeno. And Ghana High Commissioner to South Africa also edit to just say omo ehun say situation no e mo akoye din kakra but then omo have some level of diplomatic talks ebetimi aboa na Ghana for mo South Africa no omo etimi abo omo ho ban omo ho enkonkoka adwam enti eno ene nkomo a oni hia ya o kiremu say enchia kese afri Ghana e de ma eye Emmanuel Asamoah enchia kese command from the president and then the foreign affairs minister omo ese omo chia no omo be make sure say na ho bambo South Africa there omo edebe because so heniema ekoso South Africa na akwakoye nsem bebre na se na medi kan di to dwa no eniema ekoso nyina no enye South Africa fo nyina na omo ani nye ho. We have a few of them omo hu ne say the black man is not the one who is our enemy. The oye enemy no a white man because Oko South Africa 80% of omon sase any omon live good, omon live well, no. Oh yeah, environmental management they should be equal me can say natural resources near my war as a country no see a chair equally more be but oko South Africa 80% of any man kasa omonsa kano ni nyina kwa kodi white no ensem enti otemu the enemy is not the fellow black man but then the whites. Some of the South Africans they are not in support with the xenophobic attack.
80% of our land in South Africa is white owned. We're basically fit. We're parent, dog. Every bastard. We're parent in our own country. We're begging, man. And who's our enemy? I like that statement. I feel like a white man made that statement. A white man coined that term. A white man caused the divisions between us as black people. And they're winning, man. Because as long as we are divided as Africans, the longer the white man gets to stay in power, the more wealth the white man gets to accrue. The richer and richer they get, the poorer and poorer we get. Doesn't help we fight amongst each other and fit to say, this guy from Zimbabwe is doing what. When that guy also ain't got shit, man. That guy also ain't got shit. That guy from Burundi you're hating on, he ain't got shit, man. The person you should be hating on is the guy sitting there in Fetu in some lavish estate. That white guy who owns like Fetu in your hometown alone owns like 60% of all the shops. That's your problem, man. If we want to talk about foreigners coming into our country and taking our jobs, you gotta ask yourself the question, who's hiring them? Who's hiring them, honestly? Huh? Who's hiring them, dog? Because they wouldn't be coming here if they were not getting paid. The white man pays them, and the white man knows we have a problem of illegal immigration in our country. But will they stop employing these people? No, they will not. No, they will not. So do not come here on social media trying to talk some xenophobic ass bullshit and saying they must get out of our country, whatever, they are illegal, they're taking our jobs. What jobs, dog? What job? It's not your job. It's the white man's jobs. And he decides who he wants to give it to. And that's where the problem is. We need to be making our own jobs. Coming together instead of fighting each other. We should be coming together, creating organizations, creating companies, dog. Companies that will outshine these white companies. You need to put them out of business, man. I understand that we can't go guns blazing saying we're taking everything back. Let's work for it. Let's work for it. Let's stop killing our brothers and sisters. Let's stop killing our African brothers and sisters. Like, actually, let's try to work together. Just this one time is all I ask for. This one time. This is a very important time in African history. And if you're on the wrong side, you're gonna regret it later, fam. Choose wisely.
And that is yes, some of the South Africans they are not really happy with the xenophobic attacks. So much more. There's no way you should attack your fellow black man. Na nipa also here na only no ekoche ekokun japade any adwuma ne me can say resources South Africa no enye black man nemum the white man. That is the update South Africa for many years of xenophobic attacks no or more and so can and that is the update and you on your screens a branch about you about obetosui na osun a branch about you so ways on your screens ya here no said the wakwa we are there and just amanfo akataka to anymore or more makataka to anymore mu na di bone no aha nti ono no or the ade bowa ye be ko beba no na we yi ne mask no you can't really identify nipa na ode yes ade no ebo no some of the shops on say we ya pamnesi abonten e na ye tum ye be pam asi abonten ni atum uti anye yeso so mu wura mo be sesa mu niam nyina na omo e de akọ. You could see the few policemen on go pie mu ho no they are so relaxed. I mean as a dear person inform who say command the Yama, you said they should go ahead and then stop them. But you could see, say, and Yama Koso updated the other provinces in South Africa also ashes almost about statue of now almost so xenophobic attacks nibi ewo and you see Yasha Ghana for say Monsha demo and Mamumpie na muhu anko chiremo. To updates so na yede amamo. Pinax TV. You recall President John Dramani Mahama Akache. Now, as we speak now on your screens, Kaswa Winneba Road. Nasa Quineway traffic pan across Liberia camp. Quine so we Kaswa between Kaswa and Winibano and Yagro because almost started yache, but still na Juana de Kwana omo tokoso omo ye na President John Dramani Mahama eko piemu ewo kwan so okoye inspections ewo kwan so hese saying adwuma no esi air condition on your screens are some of the projects and I say adwuma na gasa omo ye ewo kwan so no nti quickly no yebeko na yakwa akohwe President John Dramani Mahama because as we speak now Ghana highways dey betu dwa say from Menka de Mankesim any Winneba in between the quite be somewhere on the road no 25% is done enti eno ena ama President John Dramani Mahama so no akasa be born na mu no akopie ho no ahwe eye adwuma no se de esi ekọ okopie mu so omudya omo toboase every free President John Dramani Mahama yenko ne tie nsem no omde tudwa na yemra sisi
Please, all cameras, let's shift back. I beg you. Are you one of them? Yes. Go down. We have a control section and a local section. We follow the transportation needs. The cross section have been also provided to ease traffic congestion. The first process is the typical urban section from Kaswa all the way to Akoti, 12-kilometer section. It's designed to have, we have done it such that it is also dual carriageway, but the dual carriageway is such that we have only provided service lanes at critical locations, especially at the Onion Market section.
All right, and that was President John Dramani Mahama and okopie mu ewo kwan so na omo e man briefing omo e briefing as to e kwan no ya akosi ha enema bi sei ye bekoso ewo kwan so ntini nyina ye update President John Dramani Mahama ekoye ewo e kwan so ewo kwan so no nti we Winneba Junction interchange on your screens. There's going to be an interchange be ewo kwan so nti kwan no na eda screens ne so amunyina mo hwe we Winneba Mankesim enso so edie eno na mchemu say almost 25%. They are almost done with 25%. Na President Mahama the inspections no omu briefing ni we na so okono ode nani kohwe sampa de omu kan ye kekai ni nyina ade omu aye ntia no so omu ni tu mpasa enante kwan no so kakra ehwehwe ne ma yekoso ye no so yenko ne ehwe ne mra sese Enti President John Dramani Mahama ne hu se okọ ono angasa ye ni inspections ono angasa enenam kwan ne so ono omo edi nkomo hwe se de omo de kire no board ne so no ye no an e on grounds ne se omo aye paperwork bi de a kire no keke dabi bi omo aye adwuma ne de aduru no ono omo nyina atu anamo ko hwehwe se ampa omo aye adwuma no edi aduru ho na owie ye no no angasa so edi nsem kakra tudwa na menkasa bebre ye kwakotie ne nsem o de tudwa ye ba na ya ba bie mu akire mu because yes President John Dramani Mahama owie bibia no odi nsem tudwa kire mu a ekwan no sesi omo bebie section bi atum na omo etimi use saa section no say the beya ebema kwan na the other side of the road no omo edi hu dwuma and omo be san so make sure say the other joining feeder roads etie ma say ya highway kama de amamo na emom ekwan ekokokoko potem ewo kwan ne so no eno de eso nye because omo na omo ta dodge was saa kwan ne so no omo ka omo akosem chewa the feeder roads e was our area ho no very very bad enti ni nyina ya de President John Dramani Mahama de tuja say right after highway no ombe make sure say potem kwan akwan nso so omo ebeye eno ewo ho nti enko ne enko tie President John Dramani Mahama ne nsemo a odi tuja right after the inspection yemra sese.
We hope that in the next 3 to 4 weeks they'll be able to open this middle concourse so that all the traffic that is going directly towards Cape Coast or Winneba or Mankesim would not have to use the side roads. They will use the middle, and that will free up the traffic on the side for them to work and complete that as quickly as possible. Once we finish this main road, the constituencies also have side roads and feeder roads. And so I'll ask the minister to look at some of those roads so that you don't have a beautiful highway just running through their constituencies without some of their roads being done. I'll also encourage the contractor for accepting to do some CSR. I remember when we did the Kaswa Road, we included boreholes, some schools, a polyclinic and other things. And so I think that they were able to meet the communities halfway and provide some of these facilities. Then they also will feel, very much compensated for the construction of the road.
Enti President John Dramani Mahama nsem no de to dwa no kiremu a contractor na giatum say feeder roads a wo eye kwan ne so no omo behwe no maye na omo besan so make sure say kwan kese sei no there is going to be boreholes a no betimi a serve for water and omo besan so ye some mini small clinics and polyclinics e wo kwan ne so a betimi a serve because empofri mu na bibi kosi anya afa ne ade omo be free honom abepemu on kran na say hona e betimi ama omo first aid be and sana ye be refer mo ya refer mo enti eno ene nsemo a President John Dramani Mahama de tujwa na from government communications omo enso the updates on this particular visit by President John Dramani Mahama ewo Kaswa Winneba Highway omo no enti from Felix Ofosukwache ono in charge of government communications on your screens. President Mahama will be inspecting progress of work on the Kaswa Winneba Road later today. Below is an update on the dualization of the Winneba Cape Coast Road project, 30 kilometer as provided by the Ministry of Roads and Highways last week. And the project dualization Winneba to Mankesim 24 kilometers. That is the dualization between Mankesim Winneba 24 kilometers. And a work on the dualization of the Winneba Mankesim Road project is progressing steadily. Work started in December 2025 and is expected to be completed in November 2027. Enti omuchemu a Winneba Mankesim dualization in there by November 2027 as the next year there. Now the physical progress of the work. The physical progress of the work is currently at 25%. So far, the contractor has completed site clearing and the construction of major culverts and drainage systems. Works on base formation and the construction of 2 interchanges at Apam Junction and Otao are all progressing steadily. Into Ochemwa, almost starting mounted bases, no more fele concretes. No, the major pillars are holding some of the interchanges. Bako Apam, na Bako Otao, Apam Junction, Otao. Honina interchanges. Bibakoso ho. All the culverts, all the drainage systems are being laid down. To Ochemwa, so far 25% video omo Now the project scope. What is really what does the project itself entails? And you ever heard the scope of the project? Where you say, 1, clearing of vegetation, road formation, some clear, and you are near my SCC Quine, they'll make sure some clear, we are now road formation. How is the road going to look like? And I say, hey, and a quine after say a clear vegetation, we are sub-base formation. And you know the essential form anga so metu form na omo edi and concrete egugu form ɛno ɛyɛ sub base formation and a base formation on the base ni bi wɔ hɔ a ɛyɛ visible. Some are visible, you can see it, say, oh, this is the base of this particular pillar. Some of them are underground, and the sub base no underground, and a base ankasa and no and a visible me no. Construction of 2 interchanges, and the interchange me no and the basa aquine so a palm junction or tower, and a asphaltic concrete finishing, and also eka and a construction of drainage systems and culverts, and also eka provision of pedestrian underground crossings. And he said there be what sofo no a be more fast here because highway there enye there be na yes mo mfa wiem there be eno achi wo be na amanfo akwaje soro no na omo e de ton niema there be they say omo the underground pedestrian walks eno ebe fast here ebe fa kwan na se na wo fast here wakopie the other side no the other side of the road and you know provision of pedestrian underground crossings, road furniture and ye be some niema kakra bi unse kwan no udru baby a it is a bus stop no there should be a way a ubenya baby a train car ebeba be foul any identity you know road furniture ni nyina na provision of street lights, provision of bus stops said them di ka di two jano nti way any the scope of adwuma na gasa ye ba be ye no nti wo hwe asphaltic concrete finishing most of the adwuma no mo be no ebi mu wo ho mo be use concrete and e be asphalt no nti yes o be sesa abo na omo e de omo de sa we bitumen ne nema na gugu so da be we some of them are going to be concrete. When completed, the projects will bring relief to motorists and shorten travel time to facilitate socio-economic development in the country. It will also enhance the smooth flow of traffic to and fro Cape Coast and Takoradi to the national capital. Enti ochiremu Cape Coast and Eshem Finfin. Enti ebema kwan a wodi free Cape Coast eko Takoradi any Cape Coast eba nkran no emu ebe henhan ade ama eye timemufo na omo atom. So that is the updates on kwan that screens you. That is the update ye de ema ye tie4 ene ya hwefo enti ye be free and some way so na yakọ akosombo dam no gridco any Ghana National Fire Service de release about. But then on your screens akosombo dam no a section of it gridco for the manage no eja to ho ama Ghana National Fire Service they are trying their best say omo ebetimi edum jano chale enye easy. On your screens you could see say eneme the officers of the Ghana National Fire Service they have responded to the fire outbreak akosombo dam no honti. On your screens some of the sectional na eja tomwa na eshe enti anu no and a gridco F4 Eddie released by. But then before that, the young corner how a honum esitie in the midst of say eja etohwa na ehoshe any Ghana National Fire Service on response on the echo PM akosombo dam ne hono young corner na sisi
yeah kilela kakela ga ground wa yone
enti akosombo dam ne section bia gridco 4 na ehwe no eho na ekokohwe ya ohun se ngusie kumo Ghana National Fire Service omo try say ometimi a contain eja no ometimi atum no said de be ya ebetimi aboama ne ma akoso e de ama akosombo dam no ni gridco nyina the recent doom so ekokoso nyina achi na se atise akosombo dam a section of it omo distributing power edema Ghanaians na ehwahia na achese akwakoye asemfoforo na celebrity card to the gridco omo the reports and as a release by on your screens where your press statement gridco for the about concerning eja atohono. What does it entail and what is going to be the consequence of eja atohono? For immediate release, Tema 23rd April 2026, measure fire incidents at Gridco's Akosombo substation, Eastern region. A fire outbreak has been reported at the Akosombo substation at about 2:01 p.m. Today, causing a disruption in operations and power generation. As a result, power supply has been affected in some parts of the country. Jomu chemu enra light edundum ye amount for light edundum ye ni ade uchremu a na chese eje eto ho no ene ma light ni bi dodo na edundum ye enti omu chemu a eye major fire outbreak we nya man no one nka say o cable kitwa bi na hye da bi, plants are burning, cables are burning, other infrastructures bi ti say men kan say transformer any regulators the amount the regulatory switches ni ade ni nyina dodo na ahye a kose dum so e Ghana has say some parts of Ghana. Emergency response teams have been deployed to the sites and are working around the clock to assess the situation and initiate immediate remedial actions. A full evaluation is currently underway to determine the extent of the impact and to enable technical teams to commence processes to restore normal operations as swiftly as possible. What is going to be the major impact after a section of Ghana light edum ye no, what going forward no, what is going to be the major impact and almost also chemu emergency response teams do na akwa PM e site honoma make sure say you betimi edum jano na enkonkofa other institutions so bebre emfa emre. We wish to assure the public that our technical teams are actively working to manage the situation and every effort is being made to stabilize the system and minimize disruptions. Further updates will be provided as more information becomes available. We kindly urge the public to remain calm and assured that the situation is under control. Issued by Corporate Communications Section, Grid Coach. Omo catch menkan say Ghana for nyina say omo technical team no omo egu site honoma omo adwuma. They are making sure say omo ebebo niema aka wo ho no substation ho no bebo ho ban say de be ya enkofa oye ne bia emfa mra meto Ghana for eso ebiem. Enti yes, on your screens some of the pictures are pictures that were attached to the press statement. And here, the very first one, the second one also Ghana National Fire Service for PM making sure so me aso janano. The third picture also another section of the stationer and also eja atoho eshe. And the fourth one is also a picture of the Ghana National Fire Service. Omo ejuma omo di said the meeting containing a fire no. And that is the updater. Grid Ko4 omo ediaba. So these are the pictures that they attached to the press statement. Omo edi eba no. Eno echi ena Electricity Company of Ghana omo so edi release aba. Na release no man for dodo na wanwa. But then let's look at what we have on our screens. Omo say power outages due to system upgrades, not dumso. Aban bi aba sa no moka. The same thing as so na no. After see enya dumso no aban bi ba ye ma enya dum sie na menim this new government how omo so beto omo de anything because omo chemu a kan ya dundum a ekoso no enya dumso da bi na dumso no omo kira se esen because light ni nya dum ne sa so a dumso. As to say, Robert, say, almost yes, any other day. No, as a for on your screens, Electricity Company of Ghana, release about and say, you never kind back on the other one also the amount power outage due to an upstream challenge. The Electricity Company of Ghana wishes to inform our cherished customers and the general public in the Tema region that the outage being experienced across parts of the region today, Thursday, 23rd April 2026, as a result of a challenge upstream. To omu fidie ni omu nyumedie bi omu di enyina eneka ho bi ama sa challenge no aba na enye dumso. As a dumso no they related to aban na ntimi hwe electricity ni so ye enema dumso ne ba no na emom se koye dumsi ese de na se fault bi na aba. Ti said the way eja ato baby no say no de eno fault nti omu chemu a fault bi na aba ama sa ne ma no ekoso enti omu san so chemu a another release by power outage due to technical challenge from Gridco. Enti another section of it eja eto gridco omo substation no and also so another release enti ECG for site omo chemu a it is an upstream technical fault and we so a technical challenge from gridco eja na to ho no update e dey ma no chemu say the Electricity Company of Ghana, Volta and OT regions wishes to inform the general public and our cherished customers that the outage being experienced today, Thursday, 23rd April 2026, is due to a technical challenge from Gridco line, a Gridco line at Asiakpe BSP. Affected areas: Hoek, Peve, Chito, Pando, Hohoi, KJB, Jasekan, Nkwanta, Dambai, and its surroundings. Customers should please note that immediately Gridco rectifies the situation, power supply will be restored. The inconvenience caused by the technical challenge from Gridco is deeply regretted. Jomu chemwa lights are edundum ye enra Thursday no enyo mo na say dey dinga dey to dwa no eja na ato Gridco mo substation ba ko e wa akosombo eno na ama sa ne ma nyina ekoso. And that is the update from Ghana National Fire Service, Gridco, and Electricity Company of Ghana. On your screens, Charlie Ejato, it is a light duma, relax kakra, or more rectifier, ECG for also be traumatum na mwenya light. And that is the update. Now, celebrity card to Jano, as we speak now, lighter edun dumno, and ye dum so asem, dabi. We a technical fault angasa and amasa nema we nyina ekoso enche bia na ekokika meter ho nsensem ne ade. But then on your screens still remains a Gridco substation ewo akosombo dama eja atomo no nti utim se musie kumo transformer she wires switches she power cables she and breakers ni nyina akika ho a eja atomo a ehye ewo Gridco omo substation enti omo so omo sre timamufo mo a dumso ni bi kan mo no ebesisi as we speak now baby wo light in some my ni nyina chemu a technical fault and aba eno ECG omo site and on the other side of Gridco omo enenwa enyinam kanea no na omo de ama ECG na ECG for so aton e de ama timamufo omo chemu fault ni free Gridco for no honti. Once they are able to rectify it, omo ebema mo light na motimi use nti eno ne update a efri ho banti utimu se obia portion blame no, but then omo egu adwuma so omo make sure say ye betimi enya enyinam kanea ne use. Now quickly no Reverend Ntimfojo or NPP amanyoko no no na down screens no so no na allegations bi by say on it transgender bi Ghana ha omo ehhehye ho ema ebeye nsem bebre na no na papa na ba abonten say no kure bi anim nti and then the screens no so no Ntimfojo denies alleged sexual relationship with transgender musician. Ebeye nsem bebre ama amanfo dodo na ekeka ho say papa we anya no na ka anti-LGBT for no they are trying to fight anti-LGBT no na say we be pie da ena amana be say he's against LGBT entina or start here omana no edin wom na a lot of people are also saying although about Montia be deny, but still now there's a level of ebiano krebi because say we rumor sana say den it me ba bonten sa te bibia sense ya because say ntwato so de ya enti papa de ono aba bonten be clarify ne ho, but amanfo dodo na omo abonten no am say omo so asem no hwehwe omo so enti eno so akwakoya asem foforo. Same on anti-LGBTQ plus bill like Ghana for share animu say ye be pass no. Honorable Sam George any Abranti other screens you see means okay Abranti and Obana Bema. Sam George educator could face prosecution under an anti-LGBTQ plus bill. Enti ochemwa Abranti other screens history obetimi akọ afiase and as obetimi prosecute no after say ya pass anti-LGBTQ plus bill no na ni nyina ne say human sexual rights and family value bill meeting be a course so and a copy mu say actus rule any mens rea no ni ensemo a ebobo ba actus rule ni mens rea no yɛkɔhwɛ video ne ba yɛbɛkyerɛ mu mu na mahu sɛ what will this bill say a pass here, what will it entail? And yes, educator any abranteɛ bi a ɔmo video bi pie abɔnten no ɛkɔpie mu meeting na se ɛma ɔmo bɔɔbɔ ho kyerɛ mu sɛ wa wakɔyɛ bɔne na me akyɛw ɛne wa nso a wasusu a na waplan wɔ tirim sɛ wonya wobɛdi no mu nyinaa yɛde mu to mu a ɛyɛ anase prosecute mu a ɛyɛ under the new anti-LGBTQ plus bill yɛn committee na se na yɛn kɔhwɛ the heated arguments between masusu ho yɛbɛtwa atum makɔakɔyɛ yɛbɛtwa atum yɛn kɔ ne yɛn kɔ tie ne yɛn asese.
So let's
come just to support him. Chairman, currently, one of the biggest challenges we have is people who are on social media holding themselves out as one or two of these expressions and publicly doing manifestations. The law is saying that, and with holding themselves out in that mannerism, are actually encouraging and influencing people on social media to embrace that. We must be able to hold such individuals responsible for that public expression. That is separate from when you find somebody in the act. And that's where I agree with Honorable Tampuli, that this will create two different charges. One of holding out. So I don't want to mention a particular name, but there's a particular person on social media who is constantly dressing up and holding himself out, a man as a woman, and is being even celebrated at public functions. Such a person can be charged under this law if he passes out for holding out as a lesbian.
Sir, that's good. Dr. Annan,
I think if we don't take care, we make things look so broad, and this law must also meet the criminal test. I mean, the principle of criminality, what amounts to criminal culpability. The two must go together. The Artus rules and the mens rea. So if I say I'm an armed robber, or I believe in promotion of armed robbery, does that amount to criminal liability? And if you don't take care, this will leave room for people to stigmatize and speculate.
Yep.
So it's very dangerous to say holding out. Holding out means that I can hold.
No, that's not what the bill is saying. The bill says a person shall not hold out. So you do not hold me. I hold myself out.
Not holding you. Look at your dress, your appearance, the way you the gesture.
All right, so let me explain.
Chairman, let me explain. This is Parliament. In Ghana today, there is a gentleman whose video has been there's a gentleman for whom a video was leaked and an altercation between himself and a male lover of him came up last year, a gentleman known as Educator. Now he can be charged on the basis of the video of male and male intercourse. That is a different thing. But aside from that video that came out, that individual holds himself out and promotes homosexual activity on his social media page. That person is holding himself out. So there is an act, and there is the actus rules and mens rea can be determined from his activity. So you take his activity on social media, his public commentary he has made where he admits to what his sexual preferences are.
So he can't make that statement.
So
he's not allowed to make that statement.
It is not just about making the statement. That the actus rules then goes to what has he been doing. The statement is an evidence of the mens rea, the thinking. But the actus rules is in what has he done to actualize the statement that he is this.
So those two, so those two must go before you can ground a cause of criminality. So take for instance the example Dr. Annan gave. I am an armed robber. I hold myself out.
Yes. Tomorrow I'm going to rob.
Yes. Or no.
Yes. No.
Yes. So if it says
it's not enough to say you are a murderer.
That's right.
I killed this person.
That's right.
But you must show that you killed the person.
That is a reason you must not say holding out.
Fine. But you see, offenses are not the same. All right.
this particular offense that we are doing, it is not like any traditional offense that we have known.
Hold out.
No, please,
hold out.
please.
That's what
And we are saying that holding out as a murderer will not encourage people to become murderers. Holding out as a lesbian because of probably your social standing, it may create a certain impression that it is okay, which in fact is against our cultural norms. So we must look at this offense like on a case-by-case basis. Let's not try to generalize and say that, yes, I agree with you. If the fact that you say you are a murderer doesn't mean that you are a murderer.
All right.
You must murder before.
We're done with you.
Yes, that was the heated argument. The Human Sexual Rights and Family Value Bill meeting a course so a year away. Emma Ecoy and Sembi Bridge. A branch order screens you see na so betimi aye she. Say pass a bill now because they were talking about actus rule and a mens rea. Actus rule no a guilty act. That means you've done it. Wono you bet me with evidence. You bet me and a man's real and also tremor and no a guilty mind as a was so wunya obey. Do you understand? And they were talking about social media. People who are parading themselves, say they are, transgenders, they are LGBTQ plus people and all that. Almost any evidence is apart from the fact that educator any a branch be a young friend is a Ransford maybe a movie video buy okay say be yen bebre e almost say a case now according to Honorable Sam George Ochiremu actus rule and they say makoye ne ehu and yenya evidence and mo no yebetimi achimo and at the other side of omo parody on social media who say yes, we are either transgender, LGBTQ plus. Most of some dear no, any evidence some of our be name Mukasane Monier and a chese Momunya Mobay and answer more ye been pony who ye Momosano, Imosu yet Michamo, a Janima Munu. Aha, Megako we are the animal we are there, and yet pet, but Megako we are there, animal we are there, as anti-LGBTQ plus bill, but Mumia. You are in trouble. You basically prosecute him. And I'm on your screen. Sam George, educator, could face prosecution under anti-LGBTQ plus bill. And no any update. Mamo. So that is the current update. Because there was another aspect of it. People of influence in the society. People of influence in the society, if you go on air and answer kwatsana baby and answer post baby nanse na amount for kasana enye hwe nipa no on na de ne ho no so obeye say a eno efe economy ne ho ben eni ensusanso bia wo Ghana so ene economy ne so dabi omutiremu a mo kasa saa ne nyina mo so kora betimi ayehye because ade ayesi bra ya pass bill the ho aso twen de aba enzenya afa na abekwa ko gina ba bi nti se obegina ba bi atimi aka che obi se sebe nipa kum nya bone na se nipa kum de se nya hwe obi na akodi ni bone because enemremu obi atweto di bo obi na ye che na enye se ho na ye ku nipa ni bi no o se ye de ne famrem na ye hwehwe ne nsemu ye ansana se ye de betum ye de na tum enti omuchemu amontum bo ase bill ne de ba according to Sam George no mo amususu ho ene mo amayam ye humu nyina mo mienu nyina ye de mo kotum a eyeye. So that is the update on anti-LGBTQ plus bill ba no nti meeting na say you could see say it was heated ewo meeting na say enti ye beto aso na ye de ensem no de abramo. And quickly, no, young call the Pentecost Church of Ghana. Na enche bia na beto dwa se Pentecost for Omejai River Baptism ebeba ho. Ena Free Zones CEO maame so at the one in kese Mary Awuzi ono na da screens ne so no TikTok woman maame we oso wapa. Ena on your screens so the chairman of the Pentecost Church of Ghana. Na mami the one in kese ama papai say onhwe ne hu yie na wankwa koka galam say hu nsem bia bio na onim no koka galam say hu nsem a they will treat him not as osofo dabi they will treat him as a politician. And you know, and akwakoye nsem bebre amanfo se ma mi ka say the MP NDC be opposition ebi mususu se dabi enti ni nyina ne say papa yi e de beto dwa say ono na chairman of the Pentecost church na de beto dwa say due to some eniema ekoso no but then on your screens or say let this be your first and last that you complain about Galamsey, else we will deal with you. We are presidential baby mama and CEO of Free Zones Walls, chairman of Church of Pentecost. And I know your update. I about to mama meno. What papa warning? So papa when we na nya assembly and no can other news outlets and so they by you are an anointed man of God. Don't spew gibberish, or we will deal with you. Free Zone CEO runs at Pentecost chairman over Galamsey. And also another one eba utimi zaman for dodo na na eka ehon nsem na den de kopie mu ha enen ka mitration but dem mo akọ video no o hwe wi a na ya baba beto aso akire mu e de akire mu say den na mami ma papa warning aseme na papa ko kan ye bedinka ka cho say Pentecost, Church of Pentecost in some areas e o Ghana ha no o ma bra river baptism na edimu kan water baptism no a river baptism now omo ebe use rubbers and they create bibi to say pool. Of some churches they have pool e wo ho dey baptism they say em say no bi and omo ba hwe so omo be adopt in some areas na omo e dey river and I say water baptism into river baptism e dey nipa ko hye nsuo mu e bo na so ne de omo so omo agya na dinti na omo agya na dinti e na maame awuzi Mary awuzi to be Adiama Papa, Yankone video no na Yembra CCA.
The extensive pollution of water bodies due to illegal mining has hampered traditional water baptism in some mining communities, necessitating a shift to synthetic rubber pools in several districts to carry out the ordinance. The extensive
yes. Some areas of Ghana have nsuo no ultimately say na etai wonsam udane wonsa nsuo ni nhwengu because they are nsuo ni nyina be muddy ni nyina be atecha nti say nsuo bi sa no ubo obi asuo mu enye ye because of Galamsey activities and am nsuo na yesa na reply amame Mary Awuzi CEO of Free Zones e Ghana ha edema no yenkoni nkoti ni emra sisi. Yes, before I become a mini video, so no, you become a him a minute, but then on no down screens, no, so or the one in Cassia man, which say more, and yen a name rain now about Cassa and some because and some of Papa can only say a more of politics and all year, but then it was more somewhere 2024, Yenya Papa, any other Xenophobic Boma, they were visiting sites by sites, they were demonstrating against Galamsey. And see, they cried and said, "There was some more demonstration." Biasa now, no, I'm sorry. And I say, "Well, who says the stability of the water doesn't allow them?" And I say, "One more month to river baptism." And you also my jai and see Galamsey activities and our course way, Mami, Esedabi, any cousin come of Pakasasa, Emma say the Nibufu ya, or no able to turn Adjune, Edeman, Chemo. You are an anointed man of God. So Obio no Kasafa Galamsey Humbiwa, we will deal with you. And as we will make sure say be you free us as of demu na ye do about politics mu na ye no edin no enti no ene nsama ma me di tudwa ye nkone nkoti ono ane nsama odi tudwa maame Mary Awuzi CEO Free Zones ne amra sese
oye nyame nipa
ono ye you Pentecost head and the chairman
na make us oye nyame nipa
yes
get the better no the next time
okay
ma form to that level
in the warning
they catch him
okay so
yes
from Free Zones authorities
from me Dr. Mary Awuzi they catch him
warning
yes
said
next time we won't descend it to that level
more fire
so descend it back from
more fire
but yeah no politician now we will deal with him as a politician
something like I see you abusia
yeah the need the man no me the need the man this time say what yeah nyame ni
say anwa wono so
what you say enya anwa asem anwa wono so sa nko me kan de kan ya ye mpesa me kire ne say ye the need the man no say what yeah Pentecost for chairman
okay
Sakasa na o kasa ye no a highly political statement.
Who's that?
Yes.
How?
Nanado etiase no eti akonwa so no. Na ukọ in Kura mining communities now. Na ensuo net se mpampa utumi de won sasa na gu nsem na Ghana ha na oni Ghana
oh no Ghana
na Ghana ha na oni Ghana
no Ghana
wo hu ya na wo hu
ye
ene mo ba ye measures are put in place ensuo no afei etimi rane
stability level that
etimi e flow
no fire
eti wontimi ntina ho nka nche se wo hu difference e bia wo ensuo ne mu ensuo na ni ate e flow se na another time na ensuo no e flow. It is a way a sofo. Now say as somewhere that way ye no cre. Wo se wo beyi wa sofo ntade ato ho. Afa political dress as a political lens akasa. Next time you be treated as a politician. This time you're the best pen. Yes no. Ohwe so ni ne sofo dwuma. Se na nado tena so na ensuo ntimi enflow. Na ensuo ntimi rane. Na wontumi ehye forest no mu ese Ghana no. Se wo se wo ehum na ensuo na ni ti no. And no Baba Casa statement. Yeah, the better no for this time. Yes, no. Only in soft for some. Only politics in my year politics. Unless it's up to join politics. Or my if he wants to join politics, he should let us know. Next time, then we deal with him as a politician. But today, you be man say, or you're soft.
Dr. Mary.
That was Dr. Mary Ewuzi. And you could see in some of the two journal or say Apostle Yamiche on her na on kikanin semu ye na one he na say or share political lens and also be share political goggles na omo ede ehia na eno na me chemu say amam for say there be papa NDC MPP time na oye demonstration maybe come ko site bi ko bomb pa ye nyina e wo ho Emma ekoye nsem bebre se agalam se fight e wo se ye fight na nkasa na mpaye de na ebi mu ekasa ejina ebi mu so kire mu ama mi nsem o kan ebetimi de NDC akọ opposition because papa yi nsem o de to dwai ase enye sa straight sa ye ne de asori ene se galam se asay some areas bi nsuo enti entimi fa ya asori man ko hyem akwa o mu be pie na mercury ebe boto na esese omani ase da bi omo mpene sanje omo jai enti e den na mami esa be gina o se da bi papa ya nkasa ye enti eno ene nsemo a amanfo e de etudwa na quickly no ye ko President John Dramani Mahama ho ono ene e de no ewie update no chemu a Ghana ha vision is say we want to make Ghana the AI hub in West Africa and impo Africa henyina. On your screens, or say our vision is clear to position Ghana as a leading AI hub in West Africa and the wider continental region. President John Dramani Mahama has reaffirmed Ghana's commitment to become a major artificial intelligence hub in Africa, stressing that AI will be harnessed to improve service delivery and benefit all citizens. He made the remarks at the launch of the National AI Strategy in Accra. And see, President John Dramani Mahama, ono another screens in no President John Dramani Mahama, ye won crying, Pumpini man temnimo, young Konya go to President John Dramani Mahama, na yemra CCA.
Not too long ago, conversations about artificial intelligence were dominated by fear. Many spoke of its dangers, its disruptions, and its potential to diminish the human role in society and work. Today, however, the global conversation has evolved. Nations are increasingly embracing the idea of AI for good and developing strategies to guide the ethical and productive use of this technology within their own context. This shift reflects an important truth, that technology is not destiny. Human choices, public policy, and responsible leadership determine whether innovation will serve the common good. Ghana is determined to be part of that forward-looking global movement. Around the world, AI is already transforming healthcare through faster diagnosis and improved patient care, modernizing agriculture through precision farming and yield predictions, reshaping education through personalized learning, strengthening security through intelligent systems, and improving public service delivery through automation and smarter decision-making. From disease surveillance to financial management, from logistics to administration of justice, AI is no longer a speculative technology of the future. It is already a strategic development tool of our present. For Ghana, the question is no longer whether AI will shape our future. The question is whether we will shape its use in ways that reflect our national priorities, our values, and our aspirations. I'm aware that the rapid advancement of AI also raises legitimate concerns, particularly about jobs and the future of work. Many citizens worry that machines will replace human labor, leaving workers vulnerable and excluded. As a responsible government, we take these concerns seriously. A simple principle would therefore guide our approach. AI must enhance human capabilities and not diminish human dignity. We'll pursue a human-centered, inclusive, and responsible model of adoption consistent with the values of industry, which emphasize not only efficiency, but also resilience, sustainability, and the centrality of the human person. We'll invest in upskilling and reskilling our public sector workforce and support workers across sectors to adapt and thrive in this new era. We do not intend to surrender our people to technological disruptions. We intend to prepare them to lead in it. Our vision is therefore clear: to position Ghana as a leading artificial intelligence hub in West Africa and the wider continental region, driving innovation, creating jobs, and strengthening institutions and delivering inclusive national development.